Okay, so now today Mark is ready for the exercise after this. So for a short time, and we have finished 4 chapters, right? Any questions?
Sorry.
No questions.
We can go.
Any question? No.
Not for me, no.
Okay, fair. So now we go to the uh, fifth chapter. But before that, just to recapitulate, see what we did in the last chapters is certain terminology which must settle in your mind by now. So one is called karma, then that is karma yoga, then there is something called jnana, sankhya, and there is also something called sannyas, and there is something called karma sannyas. So what happens is that this karma means action, and action cannot be avoided. Always we have to do some action. Even if just to live the in the world, some action will be done automatically. Then karma yoga means that whenever you do any action, you should not be obsessed with the fruit, and you should keep your focus on the self, because self is the only one which will give complete satisfaction. And whenever we do action, we think that after doing that action we'll be satisfied, but that never happens. Therefore, while doing any action, you have to keep your mind on the self with the hope that one day you will get it. So that is the second thing in the karma yoga. But this is a very difficult thing to do. Therefore, what he is saying is that all the actions, whenever you do, you offer all the actions and the fruit to me. That is called devotion. So it will become easier to come to that state. Now, to get that real knowledge of the self is going to give the satisfaction. But the real knowledge of the self will come only when you get actionless state. And that actionless state is called karma sannyas. So some people, what they do is, so the jnana and self is same. Some people, to get that karma sannyas quickly, what they do is they give up the action itself completely, and they go into forest and live as a monk. So those are called sannyasis. But it works, it does not work. It only works for those who do not have any karma left. So somebody whose karma is very little, they can quickly take sannyas and they will succeed. But all the other people, if they try to take sannyas, they will create another world there. So that story I told you, that there was once, what happened was, there was one monk, and that monk, what he did was that he was told that if he goes to forest, he thought that if he goes to forest, he will be able to meditate wonderfully. So he came from the society into the forest, and he started living in a hut and started meditating. After some days, what happened was, when he's meditating, one sound is coming. It is bothering him, that sound. So one day he came to know that the sound was of a mouse, and the mouse likes to chew. So the mouse was chewing, and that sound was disturbing him in the meditation. So he was getting frustrated. So he talked to his some people, and they said that, oh, that's very easy. You have to have a cat. If you have a cat, then the mouse cannot come. So he brings one cat and he keeps the cat there. And after some time, the cat is constantly saying meow, 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 because the cat is hungry. Now in India, the cat, they give milk to the cat. I don't know why, but in India, cat is given and dog is given milk for some reason. Means it is obviously assumed that the cat should be given milk in India. So now he has to have a milk for the cat. So what he does is, he keeps one cow, because he can't go to the society to buy the milk. He has to have it on site. So he keeps one cow, and he goes on milking and give the milk to the cat, and the cat keeps quiet and everything is going fine. But now the cow is making all the dung, and he has to clean the damn thing. So ultimately what happens is, he keeps one maid servant to take care of the cow, and later he likes her. So he has children from her too. So what happens is that he creates society in that forest. So he goes there to get the problem solved. So some people, they take sannyas, and then they create organization, and they go on doing the same thing what they would have done, but only thing, they are wearing orange clothes and they are doing it, and they have the same thing. They eat the same food. They have to do the activity. Instead of working in the British post office, they will be working in their own monastery office, and they are doing the typing, email, everything they are doing. They are not doing meditation at all. So this, what he is saying is that does not work for most of people. Only if they are real monk, like Buddha is directly going to the forest and not typing at all. So they should continue their activity like this. That is a karma yoga. And when they do like that, they will slowly reach this state. And when they reach this state, then they are qualified for this. Okay. So this practice is called Jnana Yoga. Now, what happens is that this practice is quite difficult. So, on that way, when this practice is going to happen, what happens is that the main problem where it comes, because you will find that the main problem where it comes is the mind. Everything else is fine. Cloth is fine, organic food, everything is wonderful. But the problem is the mind. And the mind control is very hard. So what he is saying is that there is something which you can use for training the mind. For example, you can also do breathing, which is called pranayama. And you can also do the actual meditation. Sometimes they call this as Raja Yoga. But so this whole practice has one name, and that name is yoga. Okay, so up to here we have come.
So
So just to clarify that, so you first have to reach the state of actionlessness to then
weak actionlessness, like weak.
to then do the renunciation.
No, then it will happen.
Uh-huh.
Actionless state means renunciation.
Uh-huh.
So that
I
is
see.
jnana yoga.
Hmm?
Jnana yoga come.
Jnana
after
yoga
the
means trying to
actionless.
Jnana yoga means trying to know the self.
Mm.
In karma yoga, you're only focusing on self, but in jnana yoga, you're trying to get very deep into it, like to realize the self. So you can see that in Patanjali, what he has done, he has combined this in some certain form.
Mhm.
He doesn't use the word Jnana yoga, but he has combined certain ideas in certain form.
And jnana on its own means knowledge, is that right?
Jnana in the dictionary means knowledge, but
Yeah,
in this it
but
means jnana of self, or
Sure.
self only.
Yeah.
Not of the body.
Mhm.
Any other question?
No.
Okay. So now we go to the so up to here we have come.
Mhm.
Okay. Up to 4th chapter. Now we go into 5th chapter. So start.